Magical forest. A small village surrounded by dense forest with a bright morning atmosphere. The sound of birds chirping and the fresh aroma from the trees fill the air. Rena is a 12-year-old girl with long, cheerful hair and curious eyes. She wears simple clothes and worn-out sneakers. Budi is Rena's friend, also 12 years old, with short hair and wearing glasses. He is more cautious and skeptical, dressed in a t-shirt and shorts. The story begins with Rena sitting under a large tree in her yard, reading a book about adventures and treasures. She is fascinated by the images of mysterious forests and magical creatures. Rena has always dreamed of exploring the forest located on the outskirts of their village, known as the Magical Forest. Rena, excitedly, Budi, look at this picture. This forest is full of magical creatures and hidden treasures. We have to go there. Budi, hesitantly, but Rena, many people say that forest is dangerous. Do we really want to take the risk? Rena ignores Budi's warning. She invites Budi to meet Grandma City, a wise old woman known in the village for her knowledge about the forest. They both walk towards Grandma City's house, passing a path surrounded by trees. At Grandma City's house, Grandma City is sitting on the porch sewing fabric. When she sees Rena and Budi, she smiles and invites them to sit. Grandma City, what brings you here, children? Rena, Grandma, we want to know more about the magical forest. Is it true that there are treasures there? Grandma City, seriously, the forest is indeed magical, but it is also full of mysteries. Many have gone missing there, and not all creatures within it are friendly. Rena becomes more excited, while Budi feels increasingly anxious. Grandma City gives them an ancient map showing the way to the deepest part of the forest, but warns them to be careful. Grandma City, remember, children, the forest offers not only beauty, but also challenges. If you decide to go, make sure to look out for each other. Rena and Budi return home with the map in hand, feeling a mix of excitement and fear. Rena is determined to explore the forest, while Budi tries to convince himself that they should think twice before entering the mysterious woods. With burning enthusiasm, Rena looks at the map in her hands, while Budi gazes at the forest from a distance, sensing the tension to come. On a bright morning, Rena and Budi prepare to enter the magical forest. The sounds of nature surround them, and the atmosphere feels full of mystery. After a night filled with excitement and anxiety, Rena and Budi decide to start their adventure. With the ancient map in hand, they step into the forest, feeling a strange vibration enveloping the place. As they enter the forest, the atmosphere changes. Tall trees tower above, and sunlight barely penetrates the foliage. Rena looks very excited, while Budi appears more alert. Rena, with a wide smile, Look, Budi, this is more beautiful than I imagined. Budi, looking around, Yes, but we have to be careful. Remember what Grandma City said. After walking for a while, they arrive at an open area filled with colourful flowers. In the middle of it, they see a magical rabbit with bright fur and sparkling eyes. Rena, Look, that rabbit looks different. We have to get closer. Budi, cautiously, Wait, Rena, we don't know if it's safe. Rena, unable to contain her curiosity, approaches the rabbit. The rabbit seems friendly and does not run away. When Rena extends her hand, the rabbit hops towards her and speaks. Magical rabbit, Welcome to the magical forest. I know you are looking for adventure. What are you seeking here? Rena and Budi are surprised to hear the rabbit speak. Rena enthusiastically explains their quest for treasure, while Budi remains skeptical and asks about the dangers they might face. Budi, But what can we do if there is danger? We don't know anything about this forest. Magical rabbit, This forest is full of wonders but also challenges. If you want to continue, you must be ready to face obstacles. After hearing the rabbit's advice, Rena feels even more excited to continue the adventure, while Budi still feels hesitant. The magical rabbit gives them directions on which path to take and warns them not to get lost. With the map in hand and the rabbit in front of them, Rena and Budi continue their journey deeper into the forest. Rena feels hopeful, while Buddy tries to calm himself, realizing that this adventure might be more dangerous than they imagined. As they walk, Rena and Buddy begin to sense the tension in the air. Strange sounds echo from afar, and the atmosphere grows darker. Rena remains enthusiastic, but Buddy starts to feel anxious. Rena, excitedly, "Come on, Buddy, we are sure to find something amazing here." Buddy, worriedly, "But Rena, we have to be careful. I feel like something is not right." Suddenly, they come across a rickety wooden bridge connecting two sides of a deep ravine. The bridge shakes as they approach it. Rena, "We have to cross. This is the only way left." Buddy, "But this bridge looks unsafe. What if we fall?" Rena, not wanting to miss the opportunity, decides to move forward. She starts to cross the bridge carefully, while Buddy follows hesitantly. As they reach the middle of the bridge, a rumbling sound suddenly erupts. The bridge begins to shake more violently, and some wooden planks start to break. Rena tries to stay calm, but Buddy begins to panic. Buddy, "Rena, hurry! We have to run!" Quickly, they run across the bridge. Some wooden planks break behind them, but they manage to reach the safe side. They are panting, but relieved to be safe. After overcoming the first obstacle, Rena and Buddy sit for a moment to catch their breath. Rena feels proud to have passed that challenge, while Buddy realizes they need to be more careful moving forward. Rena, "We did it! That was so thrilling." Buddy, "Yes, but we have to be more vigilant. This forest is full of dangers." With renewed enthusiasm, Rena and Buddy continue their journey. They know that more obstacles await them ahead, but they are determined to keep going. With hearts racing and curiosity burning brighter, Rena and Buddy step deeper into the magical forest. They realize that this adventure has just begun and many challenges lie ahead. Rena and Buddy walk cautiously, trying to listen to the sounds around them. Suddenly, they hear rustling in the bushes. Buddy looks anxious while Rena is curious. Rena, "What is that? Maybe there are magical creatures nearby." Buddy, whispering, "I'm not sure. We have to be careful." As they approach the source of the sound, a large owl with colorful feathers and shining eyes suddenly appears. The owl flies low and lands near them. "Welcome, children. I am the guardian of this forest. What are you seeking here?" Rena and Buddy are surprised to hear the owl speak. Rena enthusiastically explains their quest for treasure, while Buddy remains skeptical. Buddy, "But how can we know you are not dangerous?" Owl, "I am here to help you. This forest is full of wonders, but also dangers. If you want to continue, you must know how to face the challenges." The owl gives them valuable advice on how to survive in the forest. It explains about the good and evil creatures, as well as how to recognize signs of danger. Owl, "Remember, not all creatures in this forest are friendly. Always pay attention to your surroundings and trust your instincts." After listening to the owl's advice, Rena feels more confident, while Buddy feels a bit calmer. They thank the owl and decide to continue their journey. Rena, "Thank you, owl. We will remember your advice." Buddy, "Yes, we hope we can find a safe path." With renewed spirit and additional knowledge, Rena and Buddy continue their journey. They know that more challenges await, but they feel more prepared to face them. With hearts racing and curiosity burning brighter, Rena and Buddy step deeper into the magical forest. They realize that this adventure is becoming more exciting and many unexpected things await them. After receiving advice from the owl, Rena and Buddy continue their journey with more confidence. However, they soon discover a mysterious trail that leads them in an unexpected direction. As they walk, Rena and Buddy find large footprints on the ground. The tracks look strange and unlike any ordinary animals. Rena feels curious, while Buddy feels cautious. Rena, "Look, Buddy, these tracks must belong to a magical creature." Buddy, carefully, "But we don't know what creature made them. We have to be careful." Despite the doubts, Rena decides to follow the tracks. Buddy, though hesitant, carefully follows Rena. The tracks lead them to an open area surrounded by large trees. In the middle of the area, they find a large stone statue that looks ancient and mysterious. The statue depicts a creature they do not recognize, with intricate carvings and details, Rena. Wow, look at this statue. There must be a story behind it. Buddy, yes, but why is it here, and who made it? As they approach the statue, Rena discovers carvings at the base of the statue that look like a map. The carvings show a different route from the map they have. Rena, this might be a new clue. Maybe this can lead us closer to the treasure. Buddy, but we have to make sure this is safe. We don't know what awaits on this path. After discussing, Rena and Buddy decide to follow the new clue. They feel that this is an opportunity to discover something greater. Rena, come on, Buddy, this could be a bigger adventure than we imagined. Buddy, all right, but we have to stay alert. With renewed enthusiasm and curiosity, Rena and Buddy continue their journey following the clues from the stone statue. They know that more mysteries await to be uncovered. With hearts racing and curiosity burning brighter, Rena and Buddy step deeper into the magical forest. They realize that this adventure is becoming more exciting, and many unexpected things await them. They walk along a path surrounded by tall trees and thick bushes. The sound of birds chirping and the wind whispering through the leaves create a magical atmosphere. Rena looks excited, while Buddy remains alert, watching every movement around them. After some time walking, they arrive at an open area filled with brightly colored flowers and strange plants they have never seen before. In the middle of the area, there is a large stone that looks ancient, with mysterious carvings on its surface. Rena, look, Buddy, this stone looks very old. There might be something important here. Buddy, we have to be careful. There might be creatures guarding this place. Rena approaches the stone and begins to examine the carvings. She feels that there is something special about the stone. Meanwhile, Buddy stays behind, carefully watching the surroundings. Rena, look, Buddy, there are symbols that look like a map. Maybe this can help us find the treasure. Buddy, but we don't know what these symbols mean. We have to be careful. After studying the stone, Rena feels increasingly confident that they are on the right path. She urges Buddy to find out more about the symbols and how they can use them to continue their search. Rena, we can't give up now. We have to learn more about this stone. Buddy, all right, but we have to stay alert for possible dangers. With strong determination, Rena and Buddy decide to continue their search, trying to uncover the mystery hidden behind the ancient stone. They know that this adventure is becoming more exciting, and many unexpected things await them ahead. With burning enthusiasm and insatiable curiosity, Rena and Buddy step further into the magical forest, ready to face new challenges and uncover the secrets within. As they explore the surroundings, Rena notices that some symbols on the stone resemble patterns found on some plants and flowers around them. She runs closer to one of the plants and points to the similar pattern. Rena, look, Buddy, this pattern is similar to the symbols on the stone. Maybe there is a connection between this plant and the treasure we are looking for. Buddy approaches and examines the plant closely. He begins to think that perhaps this plant could be a clue to finding the right path. Buddy, we should take note of this pattern. Maybe this is a clue for the next step. They both start to draw the pattern on the paper they brought. After finishing, they feel more confident and ready to continue their search. However, as they prepare to leave, a rumbling sound suddenly echoes from deeper in the forest. Rena, what is that? What sound did we just hear? Buddy, anxiously, I don't know, but it seems like we are not alone here. They look at each other with concern, but Rena does not want to back down. She feels that they are getting closer to their goal. Rena, we can't stop now. We have to find out what is happening. Carefully, they continue their journey, following the rumbling sound that is getting closer. Rena and Buddy try to stay calm, even as the tension rises. They know that this adventure is full of surprises, and they must be ready to face whatever comes next. As they step further, the rumbling sound becomes clearer, as if it is coming from somewhere not far from them. Rena, who is always curious, cannot help but ask, Rena, Buddy, where do you think that sound is coming from? Maybe there is something interesting ahead of us. Buddy, who is more cautious, nods but remains alert. He remembers the owl's advice about the dangers that might lurk in the forest. Buddy, I don't know, Rena. We have to be careful. That sound could be a sign of something bad. They continue walking, getting closer to the source of the sound. Suddenly they discover a magnificent waterfall with water flowing fiercely from a high cliff, creating a fine mist that envelops the surrounding area. The rumbling sound they heard turns out to be from the waterfall, Rena, with sparkling eyes. Look, Buddy, this is amazing. We have to get closer. Buddy feels enchanted by the beauty of the waterfall, but also senses the tension. He looks around, ensuring that no danger is lurking. Rena, we can explore the area around here. Maybe there is something interesting behind the waterfall. With enthusiasm, Rena steps closer to the waterfall, while Buddy follows cautiously. They are both mesmerized by the natural beauty before them, but also realize that they must remain vigilant. As they approach the waterfall, Rena sees a gap behind it. She feels that there is something intriguing behind the waterfall. Rena, Buddy, look! There is a gap behind the waterfall. We have to check it out. Buddy feels hesitant, but Rena's curiosity makes it hard for him to resist. They both decide to explore the gap, hoping to find something amazing behind the waterfall. With hearts racing and curiosity burning, Rena and Buddy step towards the gap behind the waterfall. They know that this adventure is becoming more thrilling, and many mysteries await to be uncovered. As they manage to pass through the refreshing water, they find a small cave hidden behind the waterfall. The cave walls shimmer with a strange light, as if filled with shining gemstones. Rena cannot contain her amazement. Rena, wow, look at all this. This is incredible. Buddy, though still feeling a bit anxious, cannot resist his curiosity. They step deeper into the cave, observing the shimmering walls and listening to the sound of water dripping from the cave's ceiling. Inside the cave, they find a small altar surrounded by various ancient artifacts. On the altar, there is a wooden box that looks very old, adorned with intricate carvings. Buddy, do you think this is the treasure we are looking for? Rena approaches the box carefully, feeling a strange vibration coming from within. She reaches out to open the box, but Buddy stops her. Buddy, wait, Rena, we don't know what is inside. There might be a trap. Rena looks at Buddy, realizing that he is right. They must be careful. They carefully examine the box from all sides, looking for signs of danger. After a while, they find an ancient inscription on the side of the box, explaining that the box can only be opened by those with pure hearts and good intentions. Rena and Buddy look at each other, feeling connected to the meaning of the inscription. Rena, we have to try to open it together. We came here with good intentions. With hope, they both place their hands on the box and express their intention to protect the wonders of the forest and help the creatures within it. Suddenly, the box begins to vibrate and slowly opens, emitting a dazzling light. As the light fades, they see the contents of the box, a large crystal shining with beautiful colors. Rena and Buddy are mesmerized, realizing that they have found something more valuable than ordinary treasure. With the crystal in hand, Rena and Buddy feel that their adventure has just begun. They know that this forest holds more secrets and wonders waiting to be uncovered. In the midst of the dense forest, the light of the crystal radiates beautifully, creating a magical atmosphere around them. The surrounding trees seem to shimmer as if influenced by the power of the crystal. After finding the stunning crystal, Rena and Buddy feel inspired to explore deeper into the forest. They believe that the crystal has powers that can help them in this adventure. Rena holds the crystal carefully, feeling the energy flowing from within it. She tries to understand what the crystal can do. Rena, Buddy, I feel there is something special about this crystal. Maybe it can help us find our way or even protect us from danger. Buddy, still skeptical. But how do we know how to use it? We don't know anything about the powers of this crystal. As they continue their journey, the crystal begins to vibrate in Rena's hand. Suddenly, the light from the crystal emits a beam pointing in a certain direction within the forest. Rena, look, the crystal is showing the way. We have to follow it. With renewed enthusiasm, Rena and Buddy follow the light emitted by the crystal. They feel as if the forest is guiding them towards something greater. However, as they walk, they arrive at an area filled with thorny bushes and sprawling tree roots. Rena and Buddy must find a way to get past this obstacle. Buddy, we have to be careful. These roots could make us fall. Rena, we can use this crystal to help us. Maybe there is a way to clear the path. Rena lifts the crystal and directs the light towards the bushes. In an instant, the light emits energy that causes the bushes to part, creating a safe path for them. With gratitude and amazement, Rena and Buddy continue their journey through the newly opened path. They feel increasingly confident that this crystal is the key to uncovering more wonders in the magical forest. With burning enthusiasm and insatiable curiosity, Rena and Buddy step deeper into the forest, ready to face more challenges and discover even more amazing things ahead. As they step further, the atmosphere around them begins to change. Larger and older trees surround them, and the light coming from above grows dimmer. Rena and Buddy feel a strange vibration in the air, as if the forest is alive and responding to their presence. Rena, Buddy, look! There is a strange light up ahead. It seems we should head there. Buddy, cautiously. But we have to stay alert. We don't know what is waiting for us there. As they approach the source of the light, they discover a small lake surrounded by sparkling flowers. The water in the lake is clear and reflects the light beautifully. In the middle of the lake, there is a large stone that seems to shine, similar to the crystal they found earlier, Rena. This is amazing. Do you think that stone also has powers like our crystal? Buddy, maybe we should find out more. However, as they try to approach the lake, a group of small creatures that look like fairies suddenly appears with shimmering wings. They fly around Rena and Buddy, looking suspicious, fairy leader. Who are you to dare enter our territory? This forest is not a place for just anyone. Rena, confidently. We just want to explore the wonders of this forest and discover the truth about the crystal we found. The fairies whisper among themselves, looking hesitant. Rena and Buddy know that they must convince the fairies that their intentions are good. Rena pulls out the glowing crystal and shows it to them. Rena, look, we found this and believe that it can help protect the wonders of the forest. We want to learn and protect this place. After hearing Rena's explanation, the fairies seem more at ease. They decide to give Rena and Buddy a chance, but warn them that they must prove their good intentions. With renewed hope, Rena and Buddy prepare to explore deeper into the wonders of the magical forest, realizing that they are not only searching for treasure, but also must build trust with the creatures that live there. Their adventure is becoming more exciting, and new challenges await ahead. Rena and Buddy continue their journey, striving to show that they are worthy of the trust of the forest creatures. They are determined to help the creatures they encounter and maintain the balance of nature. Along the way, they discover various wonders, such as talking trees and flowers that glow at night. However, not all creatures in the forest are friendly. They soon face a new challenge when they encounter a group of magical lizards that look suspicious. The lizards watch them with sharp gazes, as if assessing Rena and Buddy's intentions. Magical lizard. What are you doing here? This forest is not a place for just anyone. Rena and Buddy look at each other, realizing that they must speak wisely to convince the magical lizards. Rena, we come with good intentions. We want to learn about the forest and help the creatures here. The magical lizards seem hesitant, but they give Rena and Buddy a chance to prove themselves. They ask the two children to help them complete an important task, to clean up an area of the forest that has been polluted by trash left by irresponsible visitors. Buddy, we will help. We want to keep this forest clean and beautiful. With enthusiasm, Rena and Buddy begin to work together with the magical lizards. They collect trash and clean the area while learning more about the wonders of the forest and the creatures that live within it. After completing their task, the magical lizards appear friendlier and acknowledge Rena and Buddy's efforts. They begin to share stories about the forest and provide clues about the way to the treasure they seek. With newfound confidence and a better relationship with the forest creatures, Rena and Buddy continue their adventure. They realize that this journey is more than just a treasure hunt. It is about friendship, trust, and preserving the wonders of nature. As they step deeper into the forest, Rena and Buddy feel inspired by the stories shared by the magical lizards. They learn about various creatures that inhabit the forest, each with its own uniqueness and challenges. Rena, who is always curious, asks more about these creatures, while Buddy tries to digest all the new information they have received. Rena: Lizard, can you tell us more about other creatures in this forest? Is there anyone who can help us in our treasure hunt? Magical Lizard: Of course, there are many creatures you can meet. However, remember that not all of them are friendly. Some may test your courage. With the guidance of the magical lizards, they continue their journey in the direction indicated. Rena and Buddy try to remain vigilant, keeping in mind the advice they have received. They pass through an area filled with brightly coloured flowers and the sound of a small stream flowing nearby. As they walk, they arrive at a crossroads. There, they see two different paths. One path looks brighter and full of flowers, while the other is dark and winding. Buddy: We have to choose one of the paths. Which one should we take? Rena: I think we should try the brighter path. Maybe it will lead us closer to the treasure. However, Buddy feels hesitant. He remembers the magical lizard's warning that not everything that looks good is safe. Buddy: But, Rena, we don't know what is waiting there. Maybe it would be better to try the other path. After discussing, they decide to take the brighter path but remain alert for possible dangers. With renewed spirit and a stronger sense of trust, they continue their journey, ready to face the challenges that lie ahead. With steady steps, Rena and Buddy continue their adventure in the magical forest. They know that every step brings them closer to the treasure they seek, but more than that, they also discover strength in the friendship and courage they possess. As they walk, the atmosphere around them begins to change. Sunlight filtering through the leaves creates beautiful patterns on the ground, and the sound of birds chirping becomes more melodious. Rena feels more optimistic, while Buddy remains cautious, watching every movement around them. After a while, they arrive at an open area filled with brightly coloured flowers and shimmering trees. In the middle of it, they see a small pond with clear water. Rena runs closer, enchanted by the beauty of the place. Rena: Look, Buddy, this is so beautiful. We should take a break here. Buddy, though still feeling alert, cannot help but admire the scenery. They sit by the edge of the pond, enjoying the stunning view. However, as they relax, they suddenly hear rustling sounds from the bushes near the pond. Buddy, anxiously: What is that? We should be ready. Rena holds her breath, waiting with curiosity. From behind the bushes, a cute wildcat with spotted fur appears. The cat approaches them cautiously, as if wanting to introduce itself. Wildcat: Hello, friends. What are you doing here? This forest is full of wonders, but also many secrets. Rena and Buddy look at each other, surprised to hear the cat speak. Rena, who is always curious, immediately asks, Rena: We are searching for treasure. Do you know anything about it? The wildcat smiles and nods. Wildcat: Of course, but to find the treasure you must pass several tests. Are you ready for that challenge? With burning enthusiasm, Rena and Buddy look at each other, ready to face whatever comes next. They know that this adventure is becoming more exciting, and they will not back down now. The wildcat explains that the first test is to overcome the magical maze. This maze is made of tall bushes and is full of illusions that can confuse them. Rena and Buddy must work together to find the way out. Rena: We have to stay focused and help each other. Don't let the illusions distract us. Buddy: All right, let's give it a try. They begin to explore the maze, facing various illusions that make them feel lost. However, by supporting each other and using the map given by the magical rabbit, they eventually manage to find the way out. After exiting the maze, they are faced with the second test, the fire bridge. This bridge is made of glowing stones and emits smoke. They must cross quickly before the bridge collapses, Rena. We have to run as fast as we can. Buddy, come on, we can do it. With courage, they run across the bridge, feeling the scorching heat beneath their feet. They manage to reach the safe side just before the bridge collapses. The final test is to face the forest guardian, a large creature that guards the treasure. The guardian challenges them to answer a difficult riddle. Forest guardian, if you want to continue, answer this riddle. I can fly without wings, I can cry without eyes. What am I? Rena and Buddy think hard. After a moment, Rena suddenly says, I know, it's a cloud. The forest guardian smiles and nods. You are correct. You have proven your courage and intelligence. With the forest guardian's permission, they proceed to the hidden treasure. There they find a large chest that sparkles. When they open the chest, they do not find gold or jewelry, but ancient books filled with knowledge and stories about the forest and the magical creatures within it, Rena. This is more valuable than ordinary treasure. We can learn a lot from these books. Buddy, yes, and we can share them with the people in the village. Rena and Buddy return to the village with hearts full of joy. They not only found knowledge, but also strengthened their friendship. They realize that this adventure has taught them about courage, cooperation, and the importance of preserving nature. With smiles on their faces, Rena and Buddy promise to continue exploring the wonders of the world and sharing their stories with everyone. The magical forest has given them more than just an adventure. It has provided them with valuable lessons that they will remember forever.